Students and their families are getting back into the school year routine. And while it's important for your child to follow the teacher's directions, developing individuality and creativity are just as vital. A new children's book hopes to encourage children to embrace their imagination. It's called My Brain, My Beautiful Brain. Joining us live to discuss is best-selling author and award-winning educator Genein Letford and her son and co-author Shawn, the creative kid Letford. Good morning, you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. We're so happy to be here.
Oh, wonderful. Shawn, you are a cutie. What are you holding over there?
My bungee.
Oh, okay. So, Genein, why don't you let us know what this book is all about and what inspired you to write it?
Well, this is the decade of the brain, and just with technology and everything that is happening with us knowing what's going on under the hood, we really need to take into account of how to use our brains to think better, to create better, to interact with one another better, and just to live better lives. And what better way to teach adults, but also teach children at the same time through one book.
And Shawn, you have this nickname. It's called the Creative Kid. Why do you have that nickname?
I don't.
Why are you the creative kid?
Because I am creative.
Yeah, and then what was it like working with your mom on this book?
I enjoyed working with my mom, and I learned a lot about the brain.
And what's your favorite part about the brain?
My favorite part is the cerebellum, and it helps me balance and to dance. Do you want to see me dance?
Sure, I'd love to see you dance.
He said the cerebellum. So this is this part of the brain, and the cerebellum just helps you stay upright, helps you walk and everything. But what we're finding out, the neuroscientists are saying, is it also monitors the prefrontal cortex, which is their area of the brain that helps with decision making, creative thinking, thinking about consequences, right? Something we're working with our children a lot. And that's why when you get up and walk around, it clears your mind. You're able to think of more ideas. And so that's why he likes the cerebellum, but that's why we want our people to get up and move and to dance and to exercise. It actually helps you be more creative.
Oh, I love how Shawn is demonstrating everything that we should be learning from this book. And Genein, what is the big hope, the big takeaway that you want kids and their families to walk away with here?
Well, just that we're in a new landscape. We're shifting. Everything is shifting. Education's shifting. The workforce is shifting. And so we want children to get the tools to be able to operate creatively in a non-linear world, like to think and make associations. But at the same time, we want parents, and this is for leaders, business leaders, everyone, corporate, to understand that our brains, we know so much more about our brains, and how do we get the best from our brains? It's through movement, music, social connections, interacting with people with different lived experiences, and really making a better connectome, right, within our brain. So this is the time for us to be learning all about this.
And the artwork is looking beautiful from these images that we're seeing on the screen. Shawn, I mean, you were demonstrating your dance moves earlier. What are some of the other ways that you embrace your creativity?
Kids can help their brain by trying new things, being curious, and meeting new people. That's how they can be more creative.
Oh, okay. And Genein, you and Shawn were recently in LA for building a culture of reading in your classroom. How was that event, and what are some ways to encourage reading?
It was great. We had a great turnout, and what we want educators to know and parents to know is that the brain is built like for music, that early music education actually strengthens the phonemes and the phonemic awareness and pitch discrimination, rhythm, things like that. And we're just finding out with the neurosciences that our brain waves mimic sound waves. So like the brain's built for music. So having that known earlier on is so important. So if you're looking to build a culture of reading in your classroom, you're looking to building a culture of movement, of music, of connection, and of students and parents learning and teachers learning about how the brain actually works.
Okay, really utilizing music and movement. And last question for you, what are some other tips for parents to help keep their children's brains healthy?
Understand that kids come to us like this one, very curious, and they come to us with the innate just tools already there to learn, to explore, to observe their world. And so things that we may be thinking like, oh, they're making a mess, or oh, they're doing something wrong, they're actually just exploring their environment. So we have to support that, just like I try to support Shawn and his exploration of watching himself on the camera. And we just have to celebrate them making connections. That's really important. The brain needs to make associations to make creative connections. Okay.
Wonderful. And Shawn, do you want to maybe close out this interview by showing off those dance moves again?
Come on, dance, go.
He's such a cutie. All right, Genein, Shawn, thank you so much for your time. The book looks wonderful, and I hope we really inspire people to get creative out there.
Thank you. And one last thing, Genein Letford, his father, my husband, he helped with all the illustrations. So I wanted to give him a shout out. This is a family affair.
A whole family effort. Great. Wonderful. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great day.